It's your boy Uncle Ron,
Uncle,
aka Ignit, aka F Bomb Ron. I've had a bunch of different aliases in my life, and you are watching BBE TV, and I have the most specialist of guests that anyone can ever have. My interns, and you guys are fucking fabulous. So, welcome to the show. It's good for, I think, the people who have been watching BBE TV and who will watch BBE TV to get to know the people behind the scenes. And two fresh faces, one not so fresh, but still a fresh individual. So I guess we could just start off by telling people your names. What are your names?
What is my name? My name is...
I forgot my name.
My name is Katie Roberts. You can always find me on Instagram at mindofkatie, Kady, because my mom did not want me to be called a Kate when I got older.
Can you expand on that a little bit? Is it like a religious or like a nationality thing, or is it just like
She just hates the name Kate.
Okay.
That's long story
But
short.
I can call you Cade.
Yeah, I don't think she thought about that.
Okay.
I don't mind. I had a teacher in Colum, love this man. He was a science teacher of mine. Called me a different name every week. Never learned my name. But it was like variations. It was like one week I was Katie, but then it was Kate, and then it was Cade, and then it was Kendall, and then it was Kylie and Chrissy.
My God.
All the
But
names.
I knew who I knew he was talking about me, and it's whatever. But yeah, she was gonna call me Emily, but then she was a big fan of Pretty Little Liars, and there was an episode where they had a baby and named it Emily, and she's like, everyone's gonna call their baby Emily, and I don't want my baby to have the same name as everyone else, so I'm gonna call her Katie.
There's a lot of Katies out here. And
I was in class with two other Katies.
when I saw your application, I'm like, I don't know, this is Katie.
Mm-hmm.
I assume Katie, but then I think I may have spelled Katie wrong. Like
Yeah,
when I reached back out.
no one gets it right.
Yeah, I was like, she doesn't know how to spell her name, so I'm gonna spell it right for her. Katy. No.
Yeah.
But that's dope. What's your name?
I'm Ryan.
I'm Ryan. Big booming. He needs to be doing interviews, man. Big booming voice. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Ryan. How did you get your name?
Oh, that's
I was born.
I was born
in
in
the
the
beginning.
Picked it out of the hat. No, my parents went through a couple options, and I'm kind of upset that they didn't go with one that my dad threw out. He wanted to name me Bocephus because, that's one thing, and the second half of it is because he had a pet pig in college named Bocephus, so I would have been the second iteration of a pig he had.
What?
You're like my brother. My brother was named after a bull rider.
Yeah.
Second generation Bocephus. Wait, Bocephus?
Bocephus.
Bocephus.
Yes.
What
I don't know.
does it mean anything?
I don't know.
Okay.
I really don't. There's a song out there called Bocephus and Jesus. I don't know if that was the inspiration or not, but
Bocephus.
that's all I know
and
about
Jesus.
it.
See, now I want to see if he's like in the Bible somewhere.
Maybe.
Bocephus.
Maybe he's a side character or something.
Yeah. It's like one of Moses' homies or something. Like
Yeah.
kicking with Bocephus today. What's your name down there, bro?
I'm
Tell
Isaac. Son of Abraham. That's really it. Future music producer. I go by Apollo. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Your producer name is Apollo.
If I had to pick one, yeah, Apollo.
I like that. I like
Like
that a lot.
spacey, so I was like, okay, it can't be NASA. So I'm gonna be like, Apollo, like Apollo 13 or Apollo 14, stuff like that. But my friend says soy sauce. Like, imagine DJ soy sauce. I think that'd be kind of hilarious because I'm half Asian. So like, it's something stupid. But I don't know.
But you know what? Apollo, he's the Greek god of music and stuff too.
Yep,
so.
I noticed that too. I was like, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
So I didn't. Okay. See, you need
Apollo
to,
and Artemis.
I like that. I'm trying to think though. I like that soy sauce too, man.
I was gonna say DJ soy sauce. That's
Yeah.
funny.
DJ soy sauce is lit, bro. Like
That
I'm
is
not even
good.
gonna lie, but I can understand why you might not want to do that. But that would be like it's catchy. Like
Yeah.
I would want to go see
DJ SS.
DJ soy sauce for sure. Not to say that I wouldn't want to go see DJ Apollo. Do you want to DJ?
Think about it.
Okay.
It was kind of fun. Not gonna lie. If I play around with it, I get better. I wouldn't mind doing it one day.
Yeah, we had an event the other day where we were at shout out Coldwell Banker Lincoln Park, but they had us come out for it is the Chinese New Year, and it's the year of the dragon, and I forget what the dragon means. Damn it! But it was a dope event. We came out, we played music. There was supposed to be more karaoke, but I think people got a little shy. So I did a couple of songs. I did one with my mom. My mom was there, and then I did one with. I need to figure out who that lady was and thank her because it was interesting, right? Like there was somebody who put in a song. And I don't know. I felt kind of awkward by it, honestly. The Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
Cause like this lady, we're here celebrating like Asian heritage, and I mean it was an Asian lady who did it, and she was like, I want to perform this song, and then they hadn't went into this whole like
speech thing, and then she just dipped,
and she dipped.
And we're like, where the hell is she?
And then Gangnam Style was just sitting up there, and I'm like, who wants to do this song with me? And then we do it, and then it's like all the words are in Korean, and I have no idea how to say it. Like I'm like, fuck, man. But we got through it. That was fun. But we had a great time. And there were some times where I was like, yo, do you want to like practice DJing a little bit? And he was like, yeah. And he was getting it.
I tried.
He was getting it. You were getting it. I mean, everybody's gonna fuck up, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, it wasn't even like it was like this huge crowd or nothing, and like the mess ups weren't bad. So I applaud you for that. All right, let's get into some questions. I want people to get to know who you all are. I'm failing with technology right now. I thought I could do this on my laptop, but I can't. So we're gonna do it from the phone. What school are you all going to, and what's your majors?
I'm going to Columbia College Chicago. It's my last semester.
Semester.
I am a radio major concentrating in voiceover. So I get to do a lot of fun, silly voices in class, and that is my classwork.
Okay. I just had an idea.
What?
Y'all heard it here first. We're going to do a BBE commercial. She's going to do a voiceover for it.
I do that? Yeah, I've done some commercials.
All right, cool.
I also go to Columbia College Chicago. I'm also in my last semester. My major is audio arts with a concentration in recording. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
I also go to Columbia. But I transferred from Kendall to culinary school. So I did 2 years of that. And then now I'm doing audio arts. And I have one more year. So technically I'm a senior in college, but a sophomore at Columbia. And I want to get the hell out of there because...
It's kind of a mess right now.
Right. All the strikes. You heard it first. Yeah.
The president's stepping down.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The president? Oh, wow.
School's shutting down 5 years. Calling it right now.
I went to Columbia. I didn't graduate Columbia, though. Did go there and met some cool people, made some nice connections, but yeah, got in, got out. What are your dream jobs? Like, if you had like a dream career, what would it be?
Voice acting.
Voice acting.
Especially like my dream place would be to voice act for a Cartoon Network show.
Okay.
But yeah.
Shout out. Damn, he's gonna be mad that I'm forgetting his name. Cougar. This dude named Cougar. Maybe I shouldn't say his last name, but he does like he comes to Chicago every once in a while and he does voiceovers. Have you ever heard of Skibbity Toilet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
Skibbity.
He does Skibbity Toilet and a couple of other like
Bro, give me all Skibbity Toilet.
Is
like
it real?
anime joints.
Yeah, no, I'd love to work for Funimation.
Yeah.
Man, it'd be
What?
fun.
That's cool.
I never even heard of Skibbity. Like he was like, I'm doing Skibbity Toilet. I'm like, dude, what?
It's brain rot. That's all it is.
It's like the new thing for the kiddos, you know?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, we just did this this thing like last week and I already had like 24
I
million
was
views.
gonna say,
And I'm like,
I don't blame him at all for being on that. I bet he's making good money off of that.
Oh, yeah.
He's doing well for himself.
Yeah.
For himself. Yeah. But I mean, that's not his only client. But yeah, he does voiceovers, and it's like just so interesting, like to watch him go through each character.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because it's like there'll be multiple. He'll do them like line by line, so he'll stay in character for one throughout like the entire track, and then the next track will be someone else.
Yeah,
Whether it's like
replying
the
to
uncle,
them.
yeah, and it's just wild. It's wild that he could do all that and like fake like he's wrestling, like he grunts and no, and then
Efforts,
like
yeah.
all that shit, and then he goes into talking regular. It's amazing to see that. What about you, Ryan?
Either, being like a recording engineer at a studio, or I feel like it'd also be cool to be like a mastering engineer, someone who specializes in mastering. Because I feel like it's a little bit more of a laid back job in ways you get to kind of pick and choose your projects and really work on the ones that you love.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be cool to get into.
Yeah, facts. And I think you could get there too as like a mixing engineer. It just takes a while.
Yeah.
It takes a while to build yourself up and build that name. But I feel like Mike Dean is probably picking and choosing. I can't call him and be like, "Yo, can you mix this?" He's like, no.
Pay me first.
Pay me, right? What like do you have a specific genre that you'd be like, "Yeah, I wanna."
Not really. I mean, I listen to all genres, honestly, so I wouldn't be, selective with certain genres.
Okay. Isaac?
Audio engineer, music producer, someone like Metro Boomin, just kind of making beats, but also knowing how to mix stuff. I kind of do want my own studio one day, or just a booth, or I think that'd be kind of cool to have.
Yeah.
My own setup, my own speakers, like something like this. It's really chill. I like it. It fits the vibe of me. So.
All right.
I walked in day one. I was like, okay, I really like this.
So okay, Metro Boomin. So your producer name would be Apollo. Or
Yeah.
be produced by Soy Sauce.
That would be funny.
What if you and DJ Mustard got together
Yeah.
and did like, let me see, how can we make that mustard sauce? Like, did like a joint like collaboration
Yeah.
mustard sauce or so, I don't know, but that would be dope. Definitely follow your dreams and like follow that shit for real though. Like my advice is like when you start pussyfooting with it, you know what I'm saying? It's like when it doesn't really go the way that you want it to go. So don't be stupid like me. Like just don't. I mean, maybe be stupid like me, but just be smarter because you got me to kind of give you some advice.
I got a question though for you.
Yeah.
What's your dream job? Unless this is your dream job.
What are you working towards?
Damn,
Yeah.
that's a really good point. My dream job. I think as I've gotten older, it's evolved. At first, it was just being like able to sustain a lifestyle with like the studio and stuff, right? But now that I've been here and I've come across so many different people that I realize don't necessarily. There's a lot of resources that people don't have. A lot of mindset, a lot of it's mindset. A lot of it is. Just knowledge in general. So and Isaac, you were there, that lady who spoke about Aria, kind of like how she talked about, like in the Asia community, there was like a language barrier. People didn't know about the communities and, different stuff like that. So she wanted to provide something for them. And they have like different seminars and that. I feel like there needs to be something like that for artists. So I think that's going to be kind of my next focus is just making sure that, because it's always been that. Like we did I had Michelle come in a couple of weeks ago. We talked about how artists can like start claiming going to the recording studio or like paying for beats or paying for music videos on their taxes. So now it's not just like you're throwing this money out there, but you also get a tax break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's my goal moving forward is one to get like financially stable, right? But then also, but also I want to figure out a way that we can create something for artists and just a bigger scale so we all can kind of move like unified through music, because I think there's a lot of like predatory shit that goes on.
Yeah.
And I think again, it's just like a lot of misinformation and miseducation. So that's like on my mind right now.
That's a good
What
dream.
I want to do.
I like that.
So I think thank you.
Good answer.
Thank you.
Family Feud style.
Are you all from Chicago? Where you from?
Somewhat, yeah. Joliet, but sorry.
No, you want to go first? No, please.
Well, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was born in Atlanta. Moved here when I was
ATL,
5.
shorty.
Born in Atlanta. Moved here when I was 5, and grew up in Joliet my whole life. And then now I'm only in Chicago for school. So
How old are you?
21.
When you were in Atlanta, did you ever just happen to like bump into Justin Fields when he was a kid? No. Okay.
When did
I
you
wish.
When did you move here from Atlanta? Like, how old were you? Do you know?
5. I was 5.
Okay.
Because I went to kindergarten here. So.
Why do you know why y'all moved from?
Oh.
He said
I can rant about Atlanta all day. So from adult perspective, you know, there's a lot of traffic, there's a lot of racist people down there. That's probably what my dad said to me about moving and just kind of being away from his family, because all my family is down south. So he kind of wanted a fresh start. So that's the only thing I can think of.
Do you visit them a lot?
Yeah, typically every other Thanksgiving or Christmas, I try to see my grandma, my cousins, and my uncles and aunts. My grandpa unfortunately passed away, but it's all good. So I was young, so I don't really remember. But
Hi to any of Isaac's family that may be watching.
we'll be watching.
We'll be watching. You're gonna send
will be
it all
watching.
to all of them on Facebook. Be like, watch this.
But yeah, that's how I grew up. So yeah,
Okay. Okay.
Right.
And now you said you've lived in Joliet. Now you're in the city.
yeah, it's way better. I hate Joliet so much.
Joliet's it's interesting. There's a casino out there.
I know, casino and the courthouse. Everything else sucks.
I've been to that courthouse more than I probably want to.
You got some stories?
Yeah, I mean, it's like little stuff like, I
Little
feel like I've got caught driving under a suspended license or like speeding or something. Nothing like crazy. Like I've not been in jail in Joliet. But then you also have, what is it? Is it the Rail Cats? No, not the Rail Cats. It's a minor league
Slammers.
baseball team. The Slammers.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's cool things to do in the Et. You guys call it the Et? No? Probably not.
We're not cool enough for that. Nowhere close.
Ryan, where you from?
I was originally born here, but then parents moved out to the suburbs, to Wheaton specifically.
Shout out Wheaton.
Yeah, not really. And then just came here for school, and I'm gonna try to stick around here afterwards.
Okay. Katie.
Well, hold on. I don't think we're done. We're done with Ryan, man of little words. Okay.
Yeah,
What else
Ryan
you wanna
does.
know?
Ryan gets to the point. He gets in and he gets out. Like
Standing on business.
I'm not from here. So Wheaton, where is Wheaton at? Is it like a small suburb? Is it out of the city?
Have you heard of Naperville?
Yes.
It's like around Naperville.
Okay.
That's how I say where I live in Woodridge, and that's how I say it. Like
Naperville
you heard Naperville.
adjacent.
Yeah, I'm like next to
Yeah.
Naperville. I'm like out there.
Yeah.
So what is there to do? What did you do growing up out there?
Not much. It has, I think, in the country, the most states per capita. I mean, not most states, the most churches per capita.
Okay.
So there's a lot of religious folk around there. So, with that comes, it's somewhat conservative, somewhat, classic suburban life. So there's not much to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen like, cause my side hustle, I do like Lyft and Uber. I don't think I've ever like took anybody to like a Wheaton establishment to go hang out.
There's like one bar, and there's rumors that a second one's going to open soon, and that's the talk of the town.
Second bar. Okay, Wheaton.
Big moves.
All right, I'll take that. Okay. So I am not from Chicago. I moved here just for school, and my parents were terrified. My grandpa had to be the one to convince them to let me come out here because they thought I was gonna show up and instantly get mugged and murdered. But to be fair, I'm from a very small town in Michigan, like a small farm town, and I grew up in the woods on a farm. So I think the most animals we had at a time was like 32 or something. I used to know off the top of my head. I counted, but yeah, the town, it's called Buchanan. I live in Three Oaks now, but Buchanan is like a one street road. I think I looked it up recently, and it's like less than 4,000 people in the whole town. The only thing to do is about a 40-minute drive away.
What is the 40-minute drive? Is that like Michigan City or something?
Either Michigan City or Mishawaka.
Mishawaka.
Yeah, that has the mall there.
Okay.
But yeah, we originally lived in Buchanan, and then my grandpa passed away, and he gave us the land that he was on. He like split it between my dad and his brother. So we ended up going out there and building on it because I guess it's been in the Roberts family name for like 150 years or something. They've had it since they came over in like the 1800s. So we went out and built a house there, but in order to get the money to build, we had to sell. So we lived in a barn for about a year. So that was fun. That was fun. But depending on who you talk to, a lot of people say Buchanan's kind of gone to shit.
Wait, when you say a barn, like you mean like you lived in the barn, so the barn had like there's a restroom in there, right?
We built one.
Built one.
Yeah, but like my room was just a little corner with some curtains, and my parents stayed in our RV. So
I feel like that's kind of lit though. Like, you know, it's just I mean, also different. Like I would be interested in doing that. You said a year though.
it was about like the whole summer.
Okay.
So maybe not like the full year, but it was like 6 months.
It was warm outside, you know, it's nature.
Yeah, but the thing is it was warm but humid, so all of our stuff was molding in the barn. So we had to get like tons of dehumidifiers, and we got a lot of stuff that got ruined. And also it's like, oh, that's cool, but it's you and your parents and a room.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Yeah, no privacy. You said 32 animals. Like, were they all the same? Like, what kind of animals?
Everything, because we showed fair. So we had pigs, goats, chickens, steers, heifers, guinea pigs, dogs, cats, all of them. We had all of them.
What? That's wild. So you said you showed fair. So like you does that mean like you would take the animals to like the state fair? Or,
Yeah, the county
okay,
fair.
county fair.
And we would show them and then sell them at the end to get eaten.
Did you ever have? Okay, so have you ever had like a animal that you were like, man, I fuck with this dude. I don't want him to like go.
Yeah, all of my goats, because then we became goat farmers for like a little bit too, and I got real attached to our goats because they're basically just dogs. But my parents desensitized us a lot, where like because we would sell. Because it was me and my brother that sold. So we would sell like one and then the other we would have for our own freezer. So it'd be like, oh, we're having Jason tonight, guys. Yeah. It was rough, man.
Oh my
but,
god.
Yeah, I'm really desensitized to it now.
Yeah, clearly. Okay, because you said they're like your dog. So like, damn, man. That's interesting. But farm, like, I never lived in the farm. The most farmland that I've been around, I think, is probably like now in Woodridge. I grew up in the city, in the south suburbs, back and forth to the city, and then I've lived in the city for honestly like the last 10 years of my life until the most recent 2 where I moved out to the burbs. And there's like a lot of cornfields and stuff out there, especially like if you get like by like Romeoville and all that, which is interesting to me. But
Yeah. All cornfields.
I had a cat when I was younger.
What was your cat's name? Do you
Playa.
remember? What was it?
Playa.
Playa? Nice.
Yeah, funny story. Shout out Samantha. I don't know what she's doing now. She'd probably be embarrassed of this story, but she found this cat in the alley. She lived down the street from me, and her mom wouldn't let her keep it. So she's like, do you know somebody who would take this kitten? It was a kitten.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, we might be able to keep it. So I go to get the cat, and she has like the 2 bowl dish or whatever. I think that's the way you call it. But anyway, she one side it had like chopped up bologna, and the other side it had like water. I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead and get this cat. We gonna take it in, and she lived a nice life. Shout out Player, rest in peace. So you all are from, at least if you're not from Chicago, like you've been here long enough. Do you have a crazy Chicago experience? Like, what is your craziest Chicago experience? Who wants to go first?
I've seen this.
Well, he has an aunt. We heard this last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
On the red line.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I
You
got
wanna
2
share that?
I can share.
You can start.
Whatever you feel comfortable
Yeah, you
with.
start.
All right. So I got assaulted on the red line. I was on my phone just like this, and I blacked out, and I look up, and this guy, like this skinny black dude with dreads looked at me. We made eye contact, and that pissed me off because I was like, you looked at me, and then he ran away to the other car. I never saw him again. But I went to the hospital. I had like some facial fractures right here, but I'm good now. But and then the other story was actually recently where
wait, go back to that last story. You forgot to mention that your girl at the time was there with you.
Yeah, she helped me out, but I'm not with her anymore. Whatever. But
Still, that's crazy to assault you in front of your girl and everything.
Basically, yeah. I mean,
Like,
we
randomly?
were literally both going to work, and she was gonna get off at the next stop, and I was gonna get off the stop after her, and literally we both had to call out. I mean, I'm not going in, first of all, obviously.
My face is broken.
Right, literally.
Yeah.
So yeah, she helped me out. My dad came to the hospital with me. We figured it out. We were all good, but it was a scary time in my life. Because it was different. I was like, why me? Out of all the other people standing on the train, out of all the people you could have hit, like, why me? And then, but yeah, it's whatever now. And then my other story is recently with my roommate. He's a little crazy, but kind of put us through some tough times for 4 days, but we figured it out. So yeah, he moved buildings, thankfully. So, but yeah.
Well, okay. Do you?
There's a lot I can.
I was gonna say, do you not feel comfortable sharing the story, or are you gonna
kinda-
elaborate?
right, like
Yeah, I know.
you teased it.
Yeah.
You teased the story.
I'm pretty sure he had some mental issues, but he's the type of person to live alone. He would eat our food. He would jump and twist the lights. He would take 2-hour showers. He would lock me. I shared a room with him. So he would ask, "Oh, can I use the room?" I'm like, "Okay, sure," to change or whatever. And then it'd be like I would be locked out for like 30 minutes. Like, what's going on?
Changing.
I was gonna say that
He
is
ain't
not what you was
changing,
doing, man.
No, but I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that. Multiple times a day, whatever. Yeah, we had to get the RAs involved. It was like the people that are in charge of the residents, and it was crazy stressful 4 weeks, 4 days of my life. So coming home, I'm like, okay, he's not here, and all of a sudden I hear singing. I'm like, oh crap.
Was he one of those people that screams, sings in the shower too?
Everywhere, not just a shower.
damn.
Like the whole room was a shower at this point. At least he had clothes on, but shoot, But yeah,
Who
it
knows
was-
how long that would last?
But yeah, he got kicked out of his old room, and they just threw him in our room because we had open space, and then we kicked him out. So I don't know where he is now. I mean, he's at another building on another dorm, but still.
They probably moved into the UIC.
No, he moved to 30 East.
He got the 30
He
East
went from
is
the UC.
nice
He went
one.
from the UC to the Dwight, which I'm in, to 30 East. So now he has
No,
the
they
UC,
should keep him in
or
the
no,
UC.
the ARC. The ARC is the only one left. So if he gets kicked out of there, then he got to live on his own.
I was gonna say, because first off, 30 East is like the nicest place,
I know,
I think.
I know.
So that's infuriating that he got moved over there.
For free. Like
For
I'm pretty sure
free.
there's no charges.
for bad behavior.
Right.
Yeah.
I could do
Yeah.
the same thing. Shoot.
But also, I'd be curious if he could move to the ARC, because you have to be like above a certain age to go there.
20 it's 20 plus,
Is it
and
20 plus?
it's 20 plus because I lived there last year and I wasn't 21 yet, or yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, I wasn't 21 yet. But let's call it. I forgot what I was gonna say.
But no, that's crazy. That sucks.
It's whatever.
Sorry, man.
Yeah. All right.
Interesting guy. That's all I say.
Thankfully, I haven't had anything bad happen to me personally in Chicago yet. I'm sorry that happened to you, by the way.
It doesn't even have to be bad, just like crazy, like the
Yeah.
most random, like
Yeah, weird things
I
you
mean-
see.
weird things.
Semi-related is at a red line stop.
It's always the red line.
Yeah,
Fucking red line.
I think it was
After 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I think it was Harrison. There were these two guys, bickering, and they would get louder and louder. And then at one point, like they were standing kind of near the edge of the platform, and one of them kind of backed off a little bit, and I thought their argument was over. And then he just kind of charged at the guy and like tried to push him into the tracks. The guy caught himself, thankfully, and was able to sort of not fall in. But that was
What?
Man.
Damn, dude.
yeah. I just kind of moved
The
away.
train wasn't coming, right?
No,
Okay.
It goes down the
That's
red
attempted
line.
murder if
Yeah,
it's
I
the
know,
train's
but
I was
You
gonna
never
say,
know.
dang. Well,
I know.
even then, the tracks are electrified.
Yeah, that's
Third-
true.
The third rail, yeah.
third
That's
rail.
true. Yeah.
They're real.
So yeah,
if you've
that
ever,
was, that was bad.
not
No,
to be
I seen
like-
someone step on it.
Not to be dark. Well, I think it has to be like
The train's coming,
You have
though,
to complete the
shit.
circuit, right? Like it's not just like you could step on it with rubber. But I think there's something about if you touch it and then another piece of metal, like that's how electricity works. Like you have to complete the circuit before you're fried. But dark story. But people have committed suicide that in that way,
Really?
and when they do it, from what I understand, never witnessed it myself. It smells terrible. So
Yeah, that's what happened. What thankfully it didn't happen, but just I think it was yesterday. I was on the blue line heading home, and I was like just coming out of the tunnel, and like our whole train just stopped, and like the powers went out, like the lights turned off, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? And then I was like listening in on the conversation that like the lady and like the controlling it was talking about, and I guess there was like some dude on the tracks, and so they had to cut all like the power and like get him off the tracks. But yeah, he's fine. He's fine now.
yeah, scary stuff. But is that your craziest Chicago experience? Me? Yeah.
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no.
Okay.
I'll say 2. But I've had many. But it also just comes with being a woman in the city. But first one, and probably more of the chill one, there was a dude when I was living in the Loop that I saw on 2 different occasions. And he was just going barking. Like, he was barking. So the first time...
Like a dog. Just roof roof. Just...
Yeah. Like...
Okay.
Crazy. But the first time, I kind of heard him behind me. But then he came up like, right. I'm just going to use you as an example, Ryan. He came up right behind me and went... And then kept walking, and I like looked at him, and he started like cackling, laughing as he was walking, and I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" And then I saw the same dude the next week, and he was still barking, and then he was going up to like the windows and banging on the windows, laughing. And I was like, "What is happening?" That was weird.
Yeah.
I never saw him again though. I was expecting to see him at least a third time.
I wonder if it was like if there was a camera somewhere and it was like one of those pranks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah, dude was just tripping.
Okay.
Actually, I got 3. Man, you got me rattling. Another one, I was at a Target with my roommates at the time, and I was walking past just a dude that was shopping, and I saw him out of the corner of my eye, because I was just like, you're being weird. And I walked past him, and he like shot his arm out, and I like dodged back, and then he just stood there with his arm out like this, and just stood there.
Like a mime?
Yeah, I was like, what? What? And then he had like a random cup that was there, and I don't know what it was in it, because at first I was like, maybe it's alcohol, but it didn't look like it, and I was like, what is going on, dude? Weird. My final one. This is probably the most stressful one, but now it's kind of funny looking back at it. I think I was on the red line, but it might have been a different line. But me and my roommate Izzy were going to a trivia night, like just because my boyfriend invited us, and we were on our way over. And at the end of the train car, we heard some yelling, and there was a dude on the train that was like threatening this guy because I guess like another dude pushed past him or something. And was yelling about, like, I might as well kill you here. I have a gun. I'm going to... All this different kind of stuff. And some other girls came down from us. Was like, oh, yeah, he has a gun. Like, whatever. Which was stressful. But what made me, like, confused was, like, he was going off on this guy. But, like, oh, my God. The stupid guy on our end of the train car. I'm like, why are you talking? He was going off about, like, oh, like, white boys like you think they can get away with everything and all this different kind of stuff. And then this white guy next to me was like, I'm a white guy. Do you not like me either? Sir? But then the guy came over and was like, no, man, like, you're good. Don't worry about it. Well, this isn't between me and you at all. Like, you're all good. And he was, like, pacing back and forth. But when he would go between people, he was like, excuse me, ma'am. Like, excuse me. I'm so sorry. You motherfucker. I'm going to kill you. I'm sorry, ma'am. I hope I didn't offend you. I hope I didn't startle you. I'm like, what are you? What?
Yeah, how can you be, like, this aggressive and irate?
And then instantly switch and be like, no, man, you good. You good. Don't worry.
That's some other shit right there.
Yeah, and then he, like, left the train. I was like, what just happened?
That is crazy. That is insane.
Bipolar.
Yeah,
I don't even know if that's bipolar. That's like
just
multiple personality disorder or something. Like I think I don't know, but that sounds crazy.
All right, that's enough of my stories. I could go for days.
Yeah, I mean I got plenty of them too. I would say just to keep it in the music realm, the craziest shit that happened to me probably would have been selling a song to R. Kelly at an IHOP.
Whoa,
it was like the most random thing ever. Yeah. pull up. This is a long time ago. It's like '08, I think, '07, '08.
Yeah, before R. Kelly was in jail.
Yeah, clearly before he was in jail.
Before all that came out.
Oh yeah. I'm going to this IHOP in Madison, and I mean, I lived around the corner. I was just going there to like have some breakfast real quick, and then go about the rest of my day. And there's this Maybach in the parking lot, and I'm like, who the fuck is driving a Maybach to IHOP? Right. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I go in there, eat, and I get ready to go pay. And I don't know if it's this way now. I haven't been to IHOP in a while, but you used to have to go to the counter to pay. So I go to the counter, and I don't know if you believe in like people like being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
But there's this dude who's like in front of me. He's like, man, next time, don't sit R. Kelly next to me while I'm eating because I don't like people looking at me while I eat. I'm just like, what? It's the most random thing, but now I know he's here. I got to go to the bathroom. So I get out of line, and then the manager's like, don't bother the star. I'm like, I got to pee, dude, whatever. So go pee, and I bullshit you not. He's sitting like he's having a meeting with some people. It is like the booth nearest the restroom. Do with that what you want. But anyway, went to the bathroom, came out, nodded, went, paid, and I sat in my car for a minute. I was like, I'm gonna wait like maybe 20, 30 minutes to see, you know what I'm saying, if he come out. So he came out, I hopped out, and I asked him, I was like, Mr. Kelly, would you listen to my music? He looked at me, he was like, yes, you young Jeezy looking motherfucker. And then he like walked back to my car or whatever, and then like I just opened my doors in the parking lot, had a Nissan Sentra, just like bumping music. He's nodding his head, played a few songs, and I gave him my CD. I didn't think like anything was going to come from it. And a couple of hours later, I get a phone call. Of course, I've told like all my friends, you know, that this happened or whatever. I get a phone call from another 708 number, South Suburbs, and it's this guy who sounds like he has the corniest like pretend voice ever. He's like, hello, Oz, this and I'm like, dude, who's playing on my phone? He's like, I don't play, I don't have a lot of time to play, I'm a very busy man. I was like, what the fuck is this dude playing? Like, he's like, Mr. Kelly wants to purchase one of your songs, how can we get this done? I'm like, are you playing with me, dude? He's like, again, sir, I'm very busy, I don't have time to play. I'm like, I'm like, okay, can I call you back? Can I have my people call you back on this number? He's like, yes, sir. I'll be waiting for him. And then he hangs up. I'm like, I got to get people. Like, I don't have people, but I got to get people. So shout out Cosign, who's a producer. He's went on to have a pretty fabulous career. Like he's done a lot of shit. He could play the saxophone. He's produced like Nicki Minaj, Anaconda, like Mims Move, and like just like a lot of big shit. Like I think he produced that Rihanna Cake too. Like he went and did some big shit. He went to Columbia. I met him at Columbia, and I called him. I'm like, bro, R. Kelly wants to buy one of my songs, and I told them I have people, but I don't have people. Like, how do I get some people? You know? And he reminded me that we had this attorney that came to talk to our class, Heather Nelson. Shout out Heather Nelson, if you're still out here doing entertainment lawyering. But yeah, I called her, and she actually helped me like negotiate up, you know, what they were trying to pay, and yeah, it worked out. And then randomly, I think it was his engineer, but I had to meet some guy. It was a white man in a red minivan. I had to meet him back at the IHOP to give them the stems. So it's a strange situation. I never went to the studio. The song never came out.
I was about to ask what the song was, but
my version of the song was called "Shitting on Them," which do with that what you want. But yeah, the song never came out. I was hoping it did, but the way they bought it, I wouldn't have gotten any credit for it anyway. Like I think what he was probably going to try to do with that song is take the beat and sell it or produce it to like somebody in the industry. But they bought me outright, so I wouldn't have gotten like any royalties or anything.
Man.
Yeah, but got a lump sum for it. So
that's cool though.
Yeah. It was one of my crazy stories. I'll give you another story. When I used to live in Pilsen. This is like just a train story because you guys talking about train stories. Yeah. I was taking the Pink Line, and I remember it was late. I was drunk. Going home. It's like maybe like the last trip because the Pink Line stops at like 2:00. So it's like one of the last trips, and there's this dude in a wheelchair, and whatever he's singing, he's just like just going crazy on the other end. It's just me and him in the cart. He's like on one side, I'm on another, right? He's just loving his life. He's singing whatever, and then he gets ready to like his stop comes up. It's like right there on Polk Street, I want to say, and he's like rolling out of the cart, and then his two front wheels get stuck between the train and the platform, and he just like kind of face plants, and then the door is like ding, ding, like trying to close on him, and I ran out, and I'm like, yo, I'm like trying to yell to the conductor like, wait. So yeah, I mean, nothing happened. The train didn't move. The conductor came. We helped him back up and onto his wheelchair, but he left. But that was, for me, that was crazy. I'm like, this shit is not happening.
Awful.
And what if, what if? I don't think the train can actually move without all the doors closing, but like,
yeah, but still,
what if,
I just feel bad that he fell.
He was hella embarrassed. Yeah, he was like, oh, I'm drunk, man. I'm sorry, man. Like, no, you good, bro. We just make sure you straight. 'Cause
yeah.
That seemed terrible. But two crazy stories.
Nice.